if you look at the way businesses evolve, a person starts out thinking they've got a great business concept, and then they want to make a living at whatever that may be. And so initially they're doing a lot of things themselves, and then maybe a spouse helps them out with a few things, or a cousin or an uncle, or then they hired their first couple of employees.
Right.
And oftentimes people get into a routine where people are doing things just because they happen to be the warm body that's there right now. Can you answer the phone? You happen to be there. Can you do the books? You have an hour extra today. That doesn't necessarily mean that the right resources are working on those things. And when things get out of whack and they have to reevaluate how they're using their internal resources, they need to also look at what is available to them outside of their organization. So when I first sit down with a business owner, I talk to them not just about their books, but their operations overall, because I want them to look at things from a bigger perspective.
Right.
They may have picked up the phone to call me because they're having an issue with their books, but there's a lot more to that I can bring to the organization because of my background. And just to refresh people's memories, because they may not know exactly where I came from, I have a career with a Fortune 500 company that used me as a logistics and supply chain expert. So I own a bookkeeping business, but I don't do the books. I trust that work to be done to the professionals that have been trained to do bookkeeping. And I use the information that those bookkeepers provide to my business owners to help them look at their long-range plans, to help them figure out whether or not they've got inventory issues or operational issues where their cost of goods sold is higher than they think it should be. I am not a CPA, and I don't purport to be. We have a staff CPA that oversees our bookkeepers, but I try to tell my clients that they need a financial team. They need a good bookkeeper, but they also need a good CPA, that analytic person that will help them with a long-term projection and will do their taxes for them, because we're not tax preparers either. They also need a good bank. They need a good payroll provider. They need a good financial planner. And they need to find people who have expertise in those areas so that they can relax and just concentrate on growing their business. The business owner, as well as his staff, need to be working on revenue-producing activities. And the non-revenue producing activities, if they can find the trusted people to do those for them, then they've saved on overhead costs, because they are not responsible for that person's payroll or workers' compensation or taxes. They don't have to provide them with hospitalization or vacation pay, right?
Yeah.
But they've got people who are experts in those areas taking care of those non-revenue producing activities. When you think about cash flow and the importance of cash flow to every business, if your business is smaller, it is more critical than ever. Absolutely. I saw an opportunity to make a difference for small business owners. You own a small business. I don't have to tell you what it's like.
Right.
They are so stretched, and they really need trusted professionals to help them fill in the gaps where they don't have resources or expertise. And when I looked at this business model and realized it would give me the opportunity to do that for business owners, I just knew it was the right niche for me. People want to do business with people they know and people they trust. And being new to the area, I had to earn that trust, and the business community has been very, very welcoming for me.